Hello Aquarius, this is your August forecast and we have a super duper month with eclipses coming in, and wow, all I can say, this is going to be a game changer this month for you, and especially the areas of where these eclipses are going to be showing up for you, Aquarius, is going to be in your 7th house for love and romance, your relationship, your marriage, long-term interaction with partners, whether it is a significant other or somebody that you work with closely, one-on-one. And then the other hand is your 1st house, which has to do with personality and yourself. Now, lunar eclipses will pretty much always eclipse things and events and situations out of our life that no longer behoove us, and you want to gracefully be able to let go of them. Don't cling, because the universe always knows. And when you can do that, you will benefit more than if you, by anxiety, stick and hold on to old things. You know, I mean, the universe is doing this to get us up and out of a rut so that we can experience and attract new situations, new growth in our life. That's the whole purpose. So what we don't see today, the universe does. It knows what's coming down the road. This is why I say gracefully let go. Some of you might even find it, you know, very relieving to be able to eclipse certain things out so that you have more room for all the fun things that are now coming up. That lunar eclipse is on August 7th, showing up at 15 degrees in Aquarius. Now this is in your sign, it's in the 1st house, okay? So something within your personal life, the persona, things that you've been carrying, maybe extra responsibility, whatever that is, you'll come to see. But this is where the full moon lunar eclipse is going to be. On the other hand, when the solar eclipse comes in down the road on the 21st, showing up 28 degrees in Leo, that will be in your 7th house for the other. The 1st house is for the self, the 7th house is for the other, your partner, and so forth. So this is where the universe will fling open up new doors. And what is a solar eclipse? It's a new moon. And we always talk about the new moons being the time to plant our seeds for new growth, you know, for the coming month and for the next 12 months. But a solar new moon eclipse has the power of many new moons. So this is really a time to be aware of, to pay attention to, and of course it's going to be in the media, so how can you not remember? You're going to be reminded of it. But the beauty of it is it could be a new relationship, it could be a new partnership, whatever that is, you'll come to see. But also we have both the Sun and Mars in this very same area of your 7th house. So already when we start the month of August, the Sun is there, which is you. We got Mars, which is your drive and your ambition, is already there, focusing on this area of partnerships, relationships, and so forth. And so I could see how your drive now is to balance or shore up or pay more attention to the partner, or also having time off so your partner can have more time with you. But this is definitely here where your energy is going to be going this month. Now Venus, since we're talking about partnerships, relationships, Venus is showing up 0 degrees as we enter into the month in the sign of Cancer, which for you will be the 6th house, which has to do with your day-to-day routines. Okay, so Venus is wanting to have more time off of those routines, perhaps, so she can dedicate more energy to, you know, your partner. It also has to do with health. So maybe a new physical routine, diet or whatnot. And think about Cancer. They always nourish, right? They are the nurturers of the zodiac. So you're going to be nurturing yourself to good things, good foods, good diets, good regimes like going to the gym, whatever that might be, even if it just means taking some time or more time off from work so that you could find that zen, that flow in your life. This is how Venus is going to nurture you, right? And then she's going to be working her way up to that 7th house where the Sun and Mars is already carving the path for your relationship, and Venus will come in there with love later, and then we have that new moon solar eclipse. Yay! Fantastic month. So, but on top of the month, as we start off on the 4th here, I'd like to say, Aquarius, be careful of any major expenses, okay? Especially those that you might come to regret later, because it's an impulse day, maybe to spend money. This is Jupiter and Pluto. Now, if it's an unexpected expensive bill, well, then you just have to pay it, right? So, but if you're thinking of wanting to invest or purchase or buy something, there's a little flashiness to it, and there's a signature of being a little maybe too impulsive. You could come to regret that. We got 2 of those dates that we want to be careful with this month. The second one is on the 17th, when Venus and Jupiter, which both rule money, and when they get together, they could be very flashy, okay, and blings, all kind of bling, 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 right? And you might find it really beautiful and attractive right there and then, a few days later, you'll look at it and you'll go, what was I thinking, right? And it may not really be your taste at all, but at the moment, it had that spark, right? So these 2 days are many days that we want to be a little cautious with, so write that on your calendar. But then the rest of the month is fabulous. Let's start on the 10th, when Mercury, which is communication, is really harmonized here with Venus. So we have talks, good talks, harmonious talks, romantic talks, even money talks. Anything being negotiated today should be really good, not only because of these 2, but we also have the Sun, which is you, which is also very harmonized with Jupiter, which wants to expand, right? So we can have an expansion of the heart, love, harmony, but also money, values, that kind of thing. The 10th is awesome. This is leading us up with all this good vibe towards the 12th, where Venus and Neptune come together. Venus is romance, which we know, right? Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. So here we have this otherworldly type, heightened emotion. I call it the soulmate signature, where we're just totally in spirit, so to speak. So get the candles and wine out. Circle this on your calendar for the best date night. We only see this twice a year when they come into this transit, so it's beautiful. They both also do rule the arts. So if you are artistic, you might just see that you're downloading or maybe channeling something amazing, right? Whether you paint, sculpt, dance, or write music, whatever it is, you will come to see that this is fantastic. The 13th, whatever it was that you had there, as an experience on the 12th, you will see that Saturn's going to come in and say, did you like that? And if you say yes, Saturn will say, let's anchor it in. That's what Saturn does at its best. It looks out for us, it secures us, it gives us the signature of longevity. So this Saturn here is tied up in a beautiful golden trine to you, the Sun. All right, so you can have more of this coming down the road. So I love it. The 17th was that second money day. I said, be careful. Don't go out and be impulsive. You can wait just a day or 2 and you might see things differently and then end up buying the thing that you truly want. You know, not what you just thought you wanted. And that is because Mars, which is our drive and action, it's also our goals and ambitions, but here now we are physically really moving around, being really active. Jupiter is here too to give more bless and joy. So Mars being in your 7th house, you may be sharing extra time with your partner on this day of the 20th. Jupiter being in the 9th house for travel, long distance travel too. You might have a vacation at this time. Maybe you're out and about. Maybe some of you might be traveling to get the best view of that eclipse coming up on the following day on the 21st. So you're super hyped. Mars and Jupiter love each other's company. And on the 21st, the day of the eclipse, we are all set for a major surprise. Not only just the eclipse, but the Sun and Uranus. Uranus, which you know is the wild card of the planets. It gives us the wow factor for better or worse. But when it's beautifully aligned like this in a beautiful trine, well, it doesn't get better than that. So you could become wowed on this day. The solar eclipse is here, that new moon. So, and you're experiencing this along with your partner. That Uranus is coming from the third house, which has to do with communication. Maybe some of you will be proposed to. What can I say? Because the third house is communication, the unexpected surprise, coming to the seventh house of partnerships. It's under an eclipse, which has everything to do with new beginnings. So yes, maybe you'll be proposed to under this eclipse. For anybody getting married at this time, what a fantastic lineup of energies. And it will stay with you for a very, very long time too. On the 22nd, Mars and Saturn, Mars being our goals, our drive, our ambition, our physical energy, Saturn coming in, beautiful trine. This only happens twice in every 2 years that we have this to line up. Saturn will lock it in. If this is what you want, this is what Saturn's asking you. Do you really want this? If Mars says, yes, this is what I want. Think about somebody getting engaged and saying yes to it. Well, then Saturn's saying, this is going to be lifelong. It's going to be everlasting. Let's lock it in. But it doesn't have to be an engagement. It could be something else. Maybe it's a partnership agreement, you know, between you and somebody you work with, or maybe a business that you want to start. Whatever it is, these days, 20th to the 22nd, wow, love it for you here, Aquarius. This brings us to the end of the month when Jupiter, which rules everything abundant, happy-go-lucky, jovial energy, is also still dancing here with Saturn in the mix. It has to do with what you are putting out on those far distance horizons, your goals, right? Ninth house. It's your higher thinking, the way you think about life in the overall, the philosophical part of our nature is just feeling really settled with Saturn. Saturn is also in your 11th house for hopes and dreams. So if you're thinking you want to start studies, education, well, having Jupiter in 9th house is all about higher education. Saturn is about groups. Maybe you will start studying something that you've been wanting to for a long time, which can really expand. Think Jupiter. Expand your mind. Lock it in with a group. It's a great time to sign up for a course, workshop, or go back to the university and get some college, more college degrees, if that is what you want. But you know what? You're going to do it with a group, and you're going to feel really awesome and good about it. So there you have it. I told you that this is going to be a super month. Now, please comment down below, what did that solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse do for you? That means if you're listening to this early, you haven't seen it yet, you haven't experienced it yet. So you might want to come back, leave a comment, but you can also do that next month, Aquarius, just so your fellow Aquarians can get a little insight what it did for you, but then you can come and read what it did for them. See, so then we can get a little discussion going here within this community for you Aquarians. So listen, have a great August. I'll see you in September. Bye now.